Alright, and we're back. So, I've already tried to record this twice. The first time I set my phone up on my dash exactly where I wanted it, kind of like next to the speedometer, so I had a, good camera angle, but it was hands-free, all that jazz. And after no more than 2 minutes, my phone overheated. And so, the second time I started speaking into the camera or whatever, and I didn't press play. So we are officially starting, and I'm quite excited. This is my first time ever recording any kind of gym video like this, but I think back to when I used to be on like the Facebook and the Instagram, and I'd be scrolling through and I'd see one of those motivational edits that was like, hey, you can either start one day or it can be day one kind of thing. And I always appreciated that, because I think sometimes we need the reminder that if we want the result of something down the road, we have to go ahead and start working towards it to start generating that benefit we'll reap later on. And so, why am I recording a video like this? Well, here's my goal. For myself, I am a Christian, I am a student, and I am a natural bodybuilder. And what I would like to do is kind of take y'all along that journey as I'm trying to do those things in making these little gym videos. Part of it is because I want to be able to kind of inspire people who are in similar stages of life as I am, in really showing what it looks like for, someone who's in school, someone who's a Christian, someone who's young, or someone who's natural, to be pushing his limits, to be really trying as hard as he can. I want to show you all that, and maybe someone could gain some information from that, someone could gain some knowledge from that. And also, I've always just liked making videos, and so if this is some excuse to be able to do something like that, then hey, that's great. One thing about the channel that I'm not so certain about is if I'll even tell my friends about this, because, if this is something that I start doing regularly, it will be a kind of, important part of my life. But I don't know, I've always kind of kept the whole bodybuilding thing under the radar. Like, all my friends know I lift, but I've never felt super confident, or I guess I never felt like I've needed to tell everyone I know that I lift, or really accentuate how I bodybuild. And with the channel, like, of course I want to be able to inspire or hopefully encourage somebody with the channel, but I don't know. I don't know if I need my friends knowing that I have it for the sake of my own pride/humility. Oh, what's going on here? Just made it to the parking lot, but there's some weird stuff going on. For my own humility, and part of it is probably a touch of self-consciousness, saying I'm doing this little weird thing that I think is cool, but maybe it's socially a little strange. So I'm sure that's part of it, and that's only my own fault for feeling that way. But we are here. I've just arrived at the gym, and heck, it is going to be a good day. It is a good day when I'm doing upper today. Upper kind of hypertrophy focused stuff. And so I think we're going to be starting with, the first movement today is going to be incline barbell bench, and then we're going to go from there with some other planned out stuff. But yeah, honestly, anytime, I went to work this morning, it's like 2:30 whatever in the afternoon. I went to work this morning. Could have been a hard day at work, could have been a hard day at school, could have been I could be tired, I could be whatever. Once I get my pre-workout in, once I'm headed to the gym, it is a good time. So I'm excited, and I'm not gonna dally any longer. I don't know. I will tarry not. And we are gonna get the heck in there. Let's go. Okay, so I finished my workout, my warm up. Got some stuff on the cables done, just lightweight, high reps, getting shoulders, rotator cuffs kind of going. biceps going a little bit, triceps going a little bit. Then I went on the incline bench, which is the first movement. I did, the bar for like 20, put 10 pounds on each side, did that for a little bit, put 25 pounds on each side. I think I could manage doing 145 for four sets of 12, but I'm going to keep it at 135. This is my first time kind of with this workout program, so I'm going to keep it to 135, go for 4 full sets of 12 with a little bit of rest in between. This should move pretty well. Nice. One thing I'm trying to learn how to do is I was bench pressing with a friend of mine he's been powerlifting for nearly 30 years. And on the flat bench, when I went really heavy with it for like a 3-rep triple, what I was finding is that on my way down, I was starting to lose some balance, kind of some side to side motion. And what he actually showed me was when I was benching, my left hand was it higher or lower? My left hand was lower than my right hand was. So that even off the start, my left side was farther down. So when I got up to that heavier weight and started coming like this, I'd tilt off to the side, and that was impacting my stability. And so what I'm really trying to focus on doing is keeping both of my hands, in level with each other so that I can actually engage properly. Because from benching so long and kind of having that little bit of mistake in my form, I think that this is what it's from. I actually have a bigger left pec and bigger right front delt. Probably because I've been going a little farther forward with my right side and a little more better chest engagement with my left side. So I'm trying to bring my right hand down a little bit. And so far, so good. I think I'm ready. Going to go for set number 2. So. Nice. Incline bench has very quickly become one of my favorite chest movements, and for good reason. These are already feeling pretty dang great. I'm getting a chest bump after 2 sets. If that's the trend for this workout, we're gonna be in a good spot by the end of this. Epic. So one thing I think you have to be careful not to do when you're lifting is have a number kind of set in your head saying, hey, I'm going to get 12 reps. And then you end up you get to 12 reps and you stop working because you say, hey, I got there. That can be one disadvantage of actually counting your reps is you limit yourself by that number. So for this, with 4 sets of 12, that's going to put me at 48 reps. I don't know how many I'll be able to get on this last set. I want to take it, you know, one rep away from failure, so I don't need to drop it on the ground. But my goal isn't going to be 12, it's actually going to be 14, because if I can get 14, that means I've done 50 reps, and that's just a satisfying number. And then if I can get more than that, you know, that'd be great. I'm not sure what I was going to say. But like Sam Stulik has said before, I'm going to go for 100 reps, but I'll be satisfied with 14. Whew, feeling pumped out of my mind. Goodness gracious. Okay. I want a nice clean game. Okay. Come on. There we go. Halfway. Okay. Oh no. Woohoo. Well, that's awkward. So, call me freaking crazy, but recently I've decided to start doing a 3x5 of barbell curls. Reason being, any other muscle you want to increase strength in, you're always trying to put heavier weight on the bar for less reps most of the time. And my thought being, I want stronger biceps, I want bigger biceps, so why am I not doing a 3x5 of barbell curls if they feel comfortable, if I don't feel like I'm going to pull anything? And so I've been looking forward to doing this for dang days. I mean, from the day I decided to do this, I've been like, when am I going to try out my 3x5 on barbell curls? I'm pretty excited. I warmed up, so I go to, this would normally be a jerk move to do this in a squat rack, but I go to a gym that now has 13 squat racks, and so as long as I don't spend too much time here, I should be fine. And I warmed up over there so I can just get in and out. So let's go for it. Oh, well, I may have started a little too ambitiously with, what is this, 115? So I'm going to drop down to, what is that, 25 on each side? And get 2 more sets. That'll be good. All right, let's go. That's better, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that feels like a much, much better weight for today. And next time I'll stay here. I'll try to get 5 reps all 3 times. And today's goal, just get 1 more set of 5. And we'll be good. Good to go from there. So I just realized I've gotten this far into my lift. This whole recording thing is throwing me off. I got this far into my lift without realizing I don't have my music. I was like, where? I was like, why am I listening to this song? And then I realized it was just the gym music. And I was like, wait a second, why am I listening to the gym music? And then I realized I didn't even bring my earbuds in. What the heck? Hey, this is the lesson in you can still get a good workout even if you don't have the perfect setup or your earbuds. So, I'm gonna go for the last set. and I'm just gonna go as crazy as I can. Get as many reps as possible. 5 is the minimum. 1,000 is the goal. Okay. Let me take my freaking straps out of my pocket. There we go. I don't even know what I have this for. Ready? Okay. Nice. On to the next. Awesome. So my target weight for today was 35s. I picked up the 35s, and they kind of moved like nothing. So I'm being a little ambitious and going for the 45s. We'll see how it goes. Well, 45s were the right choice. 2 more sets of that, I'll be feeling great. I think I'm going to go to failure on my last set here because these are absolutely flying. And then next week I'm going to have to go up a good bit because this is feeling really, really good. Also comfortable. I sometimes have a little bit of pain in my shoulders, but it's feeling absolutely great right now. And so next week we're gonna do it. It'll be good. Nice to meet you too, Will. That was a guy. He was super cool. I was just doing my thing, setting up my camera, and he pointed out, asked me if I was doing a video content creation thing, and we had a little chat. His name was Will. Really, really, really cool guy. I appreciate it since this is my first time doing this. Being able to, I appreciate having that encouragement from somebody saying, "Hey, what you're doing isn't super weird," and that other people were encouraged by it. So that was pretty neat. I just appreciated him, taking the initiative to point it out. All right, this is a great way to finish an exercise. I am ready to go. Come on. Well, I found exactly where my limit was. In shoulders, like sometimes you'll be feeling great, you'll be moving, and then your shoulders just say, nope, not gonna happen. Oh, that's what just happened there. So it's just like the fight, like, no, you must go. Anyway, so I don't even know what I have next, but we're gonna keep rolling. I had some back workouts listed in here that I think I may skip over alter. I wrecked my back yesterday in a good way, doing a back day and a deadlift PR. And so I'm still feeling a little tight, pretty fatigued. except for my lats. So I may do a kneeling crossbody type thing, but no big back movements today. I think it's always okay to adjust the plan depending on how you're feeling, and that's what we're doing. So let's get to it. So when I first started doing these kneeling crossbody lat pull down type things, I was a little skeptical, but I saw someone else do them, so I gave them a try. And after practicing it for a while, this is like the craziest lat stretch to contraction that I can get. And my goal is always to, kind of have my arm crossing my body, because just out in front of you and up, you can get a lat stretch. But it's a whole different ball game when you're out to the side. So that's the goal here. I've got moderate weight, and if this doesn't move on me, should be a little bit head height is where I like it. These get my lats pumped so incredibly fast. Oh. All right, let's freaking go. You're ready. Okay. Oh, oh, jeez. For the last set, I got 11 there on both sides. 12 on the right side, 11 on the left side before I had to help myself out. For this last set, I think what I'm going to try is do 8, because I've already not hit my 3 sets of 12. So I'm going to work with it. I'm going to go for 8, which I should be able to get. 8, which I should be able to get. Go to absolute failure on this side. Then use my other hand to pull for 4 more. Then switch sides again, go to failure, pull for 4 more. Is the idea. Because I feel like my lats don't get too much volume throughout the week and can probably recover pretty quickly. And so, yeah, it'll be good stuff. I'm going to rest up for a second, get hyped up, Unfortunately, I can't listen to music because I don't have my earbuds. But get a bit hyped up and then go for the last set for lats for the day. So, oh man. So, 8, 8, and then fail the heck out of it. Okay. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah. What I love about that is for some motions like that, or even like a single arm preacher, you can go to failure, continue to get those assisted reps by pulling your way up on it's the eccentric, but then you can let go for the concentric. I may have got that backwards, but you can let it go for the concentric so that you're getting 4 assisted reps here, and then you're getting 4 full concentric reps with the full weight. Just getting that time under tension, which I think is awesome. Okay, hopefully this will be a pretty good way. Okay, I think 35 was probably the right choice. This will start getting hard. Feels good for a first set though. Okay, I'm ready to go for 12 more. I think for this set, what I really want to emphasize is getting that squeeze at the top up there, because one thing I've noticed is when I'm doing bicep curls, if I keep my arm more inwards, I feel a good squeeze here, but when I let it come out a little bit, that just contracts every single head. Feels great, but I want to really like get up, squeeze, get up, squeeze kind of thing. It just takes a little bit of extra focus. Oh man, let's go. Ah. Okay, my hands are burning like crazy. I know it's only 35 pounds, but for this last set, I think I'm probably strapped in. I ran out of storage, so I kind of had to delete some stuff on the fly. But let's go. There we go. Come on. Okay. That's it. Hey, look at that. I need to go up. What the heck? What am I doing? What am I saying? This should be better. Ugh. Look. 88 feels like a good number for me right now. I want to see if I can put the camera somewhere that's not right in the way of everyone walking. I'm still kind of trying to learn the camera etiquette, I guess. But we'll see. If I want this whole video thing to work out, I'm going to need to figure out the camera situation because, I want to just be kind of doing my workouts. I normally talk to myself in between sets anyway, or at least, I'm thinking about stuff, just like I'm sharing with you guys. And so I don't want videoing to be any kind of extra hassle to what I'm already doing. But, finding out where to put the camera is a big one for me right now. And eventually, some kind of tripod or some kind of magnet will be very helpful so that you're not only ever getting pictures of from my feet, kneel before me at my feet. But so I'm hoping to get some kind of tripod to get a higher angle, and that'll really be the test of self-confidence. Is can I work out with a tripod at the gym? Anyway, let's go for set number 2. Get out of the way a little bit. Another thing is this microphone's in the wrong spot for these. I wonder if I can do this. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm banging my head on it again and again. No, I'm not. Go ahead. Oh, I just clipped that to my hair, goodness. That's a distraction I've never had before. The mic coming off mid-set. I might actually like it better hanging up the side. I'll have to kind of reference back to this and see how it sounds. But don't let stuff like that distract you when you're working out. Okay, so I often like to go to or past failure for my very last set. So what I'm going to try is get as many reps as I possibly can with pretty strict form and like that pause, that squeeze at the bottom. Once I can't do that anymore, I can't get it all the way down, I'm going to stop, take like 10 seconds, and just go crazy. see how many I can possibly just pump out more brutish style, I guess you could say. I hope y'all can hear this. I hope the microphone is okay. I feel like such a noob. All right, let's get it. Come on, I can get that. Come on. No, I can't. Okay. What? Oh, that was a little messy. That's okay. Good times. That felt like a pretty good workout. As far as doing kind of an upper hypertrophy day for the first time, it felt good, felt safe, felt hard, feel pumped like freaking crazy. And so, good times. I'm gonna get into the locker room, do the very first pose down on the channel, and we're gonna get in the car. So, posing, I'll admit that's way too dark. Posing, I'll admit, is something I need to get better and practice at because it's a lot of technique. It's a lot of, learning how to do it. Also, apparently, learning how to take a shirt off with a hat on. I am incredibly good at this. Let me raise that a little bit. My triceps, more than anything else, feel pumped to bits. But let's get just a couple in and get in the car. My tricep feels too pumped to actually get it behind my arm and flex. Oh yeah. And then one back. Okay. I don't know how that looked, but I feel great. Feel warm. And I'm excited to get this journey started with you guys. See you in the car. Okay, so make sure I don't crash here. I'm in the middle of an intersection. Even though I haven't been doing YouTube until now, I have always, taken some videos every once in a while of my posing to kind of get an idea of what it looks like, how I'm doing with it, how things are developing, because I can look back at a pose and kind of analyze it, not just while I'm doing it. And to be completely honest, the back lat spread thing is my absolute nemesis. It's a combination of things for sure. Part of it being that at the crunch, the light itself is pretty far back, which means I need to stand farther back than, I kind of expect to, just so that the light is actually hitting me and it's not just dark and flat looking. And second is just technique. I need a little bit of coaching there, either from YouTube or from, someone who really knows what they're doing and can help me out. Because as you saw, like I think my back is developed, relatively well in proportion to everything else. But it's just so if you've got advice, if you've got tips, tricks, proposing, please let me know. It's desperately needed. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about is kind of where I'm planning on improving with the channel. Step number one is getting a phone mount for the car, so that my ideal would be, instead of y'all being in the steering wheel, you'd be like right over here. And I think that's going to be a much better angle in the future. Oop, I just stopped the video. Because I kind of need to be able to see how fast I'm going when I'm recording a video. And also, after that, getting some kind of tripod would be nice. Just to kind of get to learn the better camera angles, stuff like that would be good. But the last thing I wanted to talk about today was, how do I phrase this? I was joking with a friend the other day because we were we were working out together. He was that same powerlifter who's been powerlifting for like 30 years. I think he's in his 50s or 60s now, but still benching like, pretty crazy numbers. And I was talking to him, and we were just making a joke about how a lot of times people are like, you need discipline and hard work and, not motivation. You need discipline to go to the gym. For me, it's a little bit of a different story because I enjoy it so much. I love being able to come in, to really test myself, to try and refine my skills. And so, to be completely honest, discipline for me is not going to the gym every day, because I can feel after maybe 3 or 4 days in a row of working out really hard, doing a lot of sets to failure especially, that my joints begin getting a little bit creaky, like I start feeling like, ooh, maybe my shoulder's not really feeling too good. Maybe my, knees are starting to get a little bit angry at me. And so I need to recognize when it's the right time to take a break. That being said, what I think is important about that is the power behind loving what you're doing, loving the gym. Because, if I didn't love the gym as much as I do, I don't think I'd go so often. I don't think I would. Maybe I could discipline and tough my way through it, but it's easier, it's more enjoyable, it's fun to love the gym, to love being able to come in. Now, how do you develop that mindset? I think there's a part of it that comes down to who you are, the type of thing you enjoy. I've always enjoyed harder challenges. But I think another thing that you can do is really try to visualize what your goals are, and then connect the pain and effort you feel in the gym to those goals. So what do I mean by that? I mean, for me, as a 18-year-old, as a student, as someone graduating from high school soon and going into college, I want to be as strong as I can be, as healthy as I can be, as big as I can be is fun for me. And so I can see my goals. I want to be able to join the thousands club by the end of the year. I want to be able to, you know, have a physique that I love more and more and more. And so when I know exactly what my goals are like that, when I know what what I'm doing all this for, I can learn about it, I can, actually do the thing. That really, really helps me because I know when the reps start to get hard or when I'm feeling a little bit out of it at the gym or when it hurts really bad, I am not bothered by that pain anymore, I guess you could say. Because I mean, I'm a little bit I can get bothered by it. Um but the pain of working out to me is a reminder again and again and again, rep by rep, that I am doing the exact right thing that is going to get me exactly where I want to be. And so do your best to try and correlate what you're doing in the gym with your goals. And I think that is going to be a powerful, powerful attribute. Attribute? So, what I was trying to say is if you can correlate the pain you feel to exactly the goals that you have, it is going to be a huge, huge benefit to you. So I'd greatly encourage you to do that. The little cut in the video there was I realized this whole time, every time I've been resetting the camera, it's been resetting to 60 frames per second, which has been demolishing my phone storage. So I went and deleted some apps real quick. But yeah, I'm super excited to get started with this. I'm gonna get home, edit this real quick, probably schedule it for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be lifting, and it's gonna be a leg hypertrophy day. So kind of my plan right now to fit with it's a kind of power building routine that I'm doing is I'll be doing on Tuesday, Wednesday will be, should normally be hypertrophy upper, then hypertrophy lower and core. I take a rest day on maybe Thursday and then do strength based upper and strength based lower on Friday, Saturday, and then rest again on Sunday. On Mondays are a little bit different. I've got a gym partner that I have been working out with for a while. He's really taught me a lot of what I know. I work out with him on Mondays, and he does a kind of arms, chest, back, and leg split, and I join him for whatever he's doing. So that won't be super consistent. I also won't record that, but that always helps me get a little bit of extra volume. That's also why I did less back today, is because I had already wrecked my back doing stuff with him yesterday. And so that's kind of the plan right now. The reason I decided to start the videos when I did is because this is actually my very first time all the way through this routine. This is the first week of I guess I did some strength stuff last week, but the goal being to get a little bit of a few exercises, which are going to be like 3x5s or 3x3s, focusing on putting weight on the bar and getting reps in to develop strength, and then a lot of the rest of it being hypertrophy work. So that's the plan from here. Hopefully I will be able to record and get a video for you guys tomorrow. So I'm gonna head home, get a protein shake in real quick, and then get to my schoolwork. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow.